Now, have you ever looked at your business and thought, I'm working nonstop, but I still don't have a real system that press results on demand? If that's you, this is for you because I want to connect with the builders who are tired of guessing, tired of inconsistent sales, and they're ready to run a business like a machine. So welcome, welcome, welcome to me reading books so you don't have to, if you choose, of course. Now, today we're reviewing $100 million by Alex Hormozi, and I'm telling you right now, this isn't one of those feel-good business book reviews. Nah, this is the kind of framework that's going to force you to face the truth. Most businesses don't have a traffic problem. They don't have a sales problem. They have an offer problem and a follow-up problem, simply put. And once you fix those two, everything changes. Let me say it plainly. Hormozi's world is built on one obsession. That's make your offer so good people feel stupid saying no. And then he builds a system so your leads don't leak in your pipeline. They don't depend on your mood, your memory, or even your manual hustle. And if you can nail that, you don't need magic. You need math. So here's the first big concept Hormozi teaches that punches me in the face, in the good way, of course. He says value is not just what you sell. In fact, value is a formula. It's basically increase the dream outcome, increase the likelihood of achievement, and decrease the time delay, and also decrease the effort and sacrifice. That's really how you make something feel worth 10 times the price. That's how you stop competing on price, and that's how you stop being one of many. That's another book we're going to get into later. And I want to connect this to real life because I live this. I run multiple businesses. I run with Doris Healthcare where families need nursing services and support. And the biggest challenge isn't convincing people, is making the process feel safe, clear, and easy when they're already overwhelmed. And I also want to expand clientele, which is my marketing, automation, and systems agency. This is where business owners want leads, but they also want peace because leads without systems will turn into chaos. And I built platforms where follow up and speed to lead are everything. Across all of those, the truth is the same. When the offer is clear and the system is right, you win. When the offer is weak and the follow-up is sloppy, you bleed money silently. So Hormozi starts by killing a myth a lot of entrepreneurs secretly believe. It's that you need more traffic to make more money. No, that's not the case. Because if your conversion is weak and traffic is just going to be an expensive disappointment. But if your offer is strong, you can do more with less. That's why the offer is the first domino. So what makes a Hormozi offer? It's not just a discount and it's not just a bundle. It's a total experience. It's the guarantee. It's the risk reversal. It's the bonuses. It's the naming. It's the urgency. It's the clarity. It's the specificity. It's solving one painful problem with a path that feels obvious. Here's an example straight from my life. When I'm talking to a parent who has a medically fragile child, they don't want a lecture. They want relief. They want, will you handle the paperwork? Will you help me understand what I qualify for? Can you match us with the right nurse? And can I trust you? So the offer can't just be in-home nursing. The offer has to become guide you end to end, handle the paperwork, like for the hours you're approved for, match your family with the nurse who says, and we keep you updated so you're never in the dark. See, it's the same service, completely differently perceived value though because now the dream outcome is bigger. The effort feels smaller, the time delay feels shorter, and the likelihood of success is going to feel higher. Now, let's bring this to expand clientele. A lot of agencies, they sell marketing. That's vague. That's like selling food. People don't buy marketing. They buy outcomes. So instead of saying we run ads and build funnels, a Homoli style offer will be we install a client generating machine that captures leads, follow ups automatically, books appointments, and reactivate old leads without you hiring extra staff. See, that's the dream. And then you stack proof process and risk reversal behind it. And this is where $100 million money models get surgical. Hormozi basically teaches you stop selling features and you start selling certainty. People don't just want a plan, they want confidence. And that's why he talks so much about guarantees and making the offer feel safe. For example, in my world, when I sell automation, Businesses are scared because they've been burned. They paid people who built pretty funnel that didn't convert, or they had leads come in and nobody followed up. So the offer has to reduce the risk. You can do that with a guarantee, but you can also do it with a clear deliverable and a clear timeline. Like we launch your pipeline, calendar booking, missed call text back, and nurture sequence in 7 days, and you'll be able to track every lead from first touch to appointment. You see, that's certainty. That's measurable. Now we get to $100 million leads because this is where Hormozi basically says leads aren't the issue. It's lead flow and lead follow up, which is the issue. You see, most people are sitting on money they already paid for because they aren't working the database. They aren't nurturing, they aren't reactivating, and they aren't showing up consistently. They rely on new leads like a drug, but they have a gold mine sitting in their contact list. And I'll be honest, this is one of the biggest reasons I love Go High Level because Go High Level is not just a CRM. It's a sales system. It's an automation engine. It's a follow-up milestone when you set it up right. It helps you execute Hormozi principle in real life. So here what Go by Level has helped me do across my businesses in plain English. It lets me capture leads from forms, websites, ads, DMs, calls, everything into one pipeline. It lets them automatically text and email people the moment they opt in. It also lets me tag people based on behavior, trigger automations, and it moves them through stages without me having to manually chase them. It then lets me book appointments on calendars, send reminders, reduce no-shows, and then follow up when someone doesn't book. And I almost forgot that it lets me re-engage old leads with these campaigns. And the biggest one is that it makes sure I do not lose money just because someone didn't answer the phone the first time. But let me make it real. In healthcare, if a parent reaches out and nobody responds quickly, they go cold. They get overwhelmed, they move on. But with Go High Level, the moment they submit an intake form, they get an immediate text like, we got your info, here's the next step, pick a time for a quick call. Then they get reminders. Then they get a nurture sequence that actually builds trust, eligibility guidance, what to expect, how hours work, FAQs, and supportive content that makes them feel seen. That is Hormozi's likelihood of achievement going up and effort coming down. That's offer power multiplied by system power. Same thing with expand clientele. Someone hits a landing page, they don't book instantly, but the system keep working. Day 0 text, day 1 email with proof, day 2 FAQ, day 3 case study, day 5 still interested, then a reactivation later. And I don't have to remember any of it. The business doesn't depend on me being superhuman. It depends on the machine. Hormozi also teaches that to get more leads, you should master a few core channels and become consistent. He breaks down categories like warm outreach, paid ads, content, affiliates, partnerships, referrals, basically building a lead engine that doesn't die when you stop posting for a week. And this matters because a lot of entrepreneurs, they think more tactics equals more money, but really, more tactics often equals more chaos. The win is building one channel, then layering the systems. In my world, the system part is where people mess up. They might get leads, but they don't have a pipeline. They don't have stages. They don't have follow up, and they don't have tracking. They can't answer basic questions like how many leads came in this week, or how many were contacted within 5 minutes, or how many booked, how many showed, or even how many closed. Now, if Hormozi would tell you, if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Go High Level, it makes that visible because it forces you to actually see the pipeline stage by stage. Now let's talk about the jaw-dropping part of Hormozi's framework. He teaches you to stop trying to convince everyone and instead build an offer that pulls your best customers towards you. He talks about understanding your ideal client's pain so deeply that your offer feels like it was made just for them. That's the difference between trying to sell and being chosen. Example, if you're a service business and you say, we do marketing, that's not a magnet. But if you say, we help service businesses add 10, 20 book appointments a month with automated follow up, missed call, text back, and lead reactivation, without hiring a full-time receptionist, now you're speaking to a specific pain with a specific result. And then if you can show proof, process, and a guarantee, you're not begging, you're presenting. Now, here's the biggest takeaway from $100 million models and $100 million leads. And I want you to really hear me. Your business grows when your offer is irresistible and your systems are inevitable. Irresistible means your value is obvious and the risk is low. Inevitable means the follow-up is automatic and consistent. Most people have neither, and that's why they feel stuck. They're working hard on things that don't compound. So if you're watching this and you're building something right now, here's your practical challenge, Hormozi style. Pick one offer, make it specific, increase the dream outcome, add proof, reduce effort, reduce time delay, increase certainty with a guarantee or a crystal clear process, and build a follow-up system so every lead gets nurtured like money depends on it, because it does. And if you do that, you'll be shocked at how fast your numbers change without needing a whole new business. Now, if you want to take action and you want the exact tool that I use to execute these frameworks, the pipelines, automation, SMS, and email follow-up for the calendars, lead tracking, then here's what to do next. Go high level free 14-day using my affiliate link in the description. And if you want the framework straight from the source, grab Alex Hormozi's books from the link attached as well. The links are right there. Use them because reading is powerful, but applying them is profitable. And if you want more episodes of me reading books so you don't have to, if you choose, subscribe. Because next time I'm breaking down another book that can take me from hustle to leveraging and from chaos to control. So tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys on the next